All right. So my name is James Lucero. I'm here in Abilene, Texas, and I told y'all that I was going to do this. I was going to go out. I was going to hear people's stories, the homeless. I was going to hear their stories, and I was going to help. And I'm always going to help, and I'm always going to give back. I love them all. Right here, I have a good friend of mine. He's homeless, and his name is Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, pretty good.
So right now I have Bob, and I want to talk to you about your life story, man. What is it exactly that made you become homeless? What is it exactly?
I was mental and physical disability, so I've got hurt a lot in mental disability, so I can't learn stuff a lot pretty good.
So were you born with a disability, or?
Yes, I was born like that, where I couldn't learning disabilities.
Right.
So
a lot of people say that it's the homeless people's fault. Majority of the time, it's the homeless people's fault why they're in that predicament, in that situation, and that they're homeless. Is that true or no?
No, I couldn't get an ID, so I can't get an apartment or anything to live. So I'm stuck on the street.
Right. Is there?
I get disability. I'm stuck outside.
Is there anything that's stopping you from getting an ID? Car, ride?
I can't find a place where I can get one. See, I've checked everywhere. I could go here, go there. I'm sorry, we can't help you. So,
do you not?
That's what's killing me there.
Right.
See, without that,
so you don't know where the DMV at?
I went to the DMV. No, I don't. I think way down there, White Building. I think way down there. Yes, I did go there, and they said, "I'm sorry, we can't help you."
Yes, sir.
I don't know why.
Yes, sir.
Somebody must have screwed me up there.
Have
or something. He said without and then without the ID, you can't get a place or storage to put your stuff or anything.
Right.
Otherwise, I get a.
Did you go through a lot when you was a kid?
Yes, I went. Drugs and alcohol and stuff too, so it made it worse.
Right.
So it was a lot of trouble, because of that. So it went real bad,
Right. My camera went off, but not my camera, but the light. So at the end of the day, you didn't choose drugs.
No, I quit doing it years ago. I finally.
Right. So what I'm trying to get to.
Said to quit doing it.
what I'm trying to get to is.
There was trouble. Yeah.
Was your not trying to get personal, but were your parents on drugs when you was a kid?
Not that I knew of, but everybody I knew, it was a bad place with the drugs and stuff. So it was.
So you was like raised around a lot of drugs, so
stuff like that. Yeah, drugs
right.
And crime
so
and
just
stuff,
so happened you got into it because you was raised around it.
Yeah, I was young and I, have this sense of stay away from it.
Right. So again, it's not really your fault that you're a homeless man that's out here that's in desperate needs, right? I don't think.
It's not because I can't get an ID. That's what's killing me.
That's what's killing you.
Without that, you can't get an apartment or anything. That's all I want.
Right.
Like a one-bedroom. I can afford that.
Right. Yes, sir.
I used to have one a while back.
So
and I forgot to pay the rent.
Yes, sir.
So I was thrown out.
Right. Well, when a lot of times when people are on drugs or people do drugs or people is alcoholic or people drink a lot of times people don't understand and realize that messes a person's mentality up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you got some portion in your brain to where all the drugs you have done, all the alcohol you had drunk, there's something in your brain that's not going to work anymore because all the drugs and alcohol has killed it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people that are recovering drug addicts or recovering alcoholics, at the end of the day, it's still something in their brain that's not functioning right because of what the drugs and what the alcohol has done to them, right?
I used to have to take medication, so
right.
Off that, they said even that'll mess you up.
Right.
After a while.
So a lot of times it's not a lot of times it's where the person come from. Like if your parents was on drugs and if your parents did alcohol, a lot of the times your parents wasn't really there for you, and you accidentally picked up the drugs, accidentally picked up the alcohol, and that could have had been the whole thing of you becoming an alcoholic or
Yeah, I did do it. I was, crazy,
drug addict.
stupid going.
right.
People do, smoking joint, next thing you know, you're trying out dope.
Right.
Then you're not thinking right at all. It really goes.
Right. So where do you sleep when it's cold, freezing cold
I
outside,
have to
man?
sleep on the bridge or something, which isn't a good place because it's, cars are going through there.
Right. Where do you sleep?
Under the bridges and stuff,
Under the
to
bridges.
get out of the rain or snow or whatever, or otherwise it'd be drowned or frozen dead.
Right. So you are homeless. Like,
Yeah,
you don't have no money. I mean, you're on disability.
No, I'm waiting on my check again. Yeah.
Right. So you're on disability, but at the same time, you're homeless. It's hard for you to get a place to stay.
I left a lot of stuff here at the store I bought. I bought a lot of stuff,
Right.
I keep thinking maybe I could keep this stuff. Maybe it would do some good.
Right. So.
But there's nowhere to keep it, so I brought it back to the store. I left it here with the people here,
Okay, let me ask you
I
this.
bought, a couple $100
You got
of stuff.
you got a criminal record, right?
Yeah,
I'm not assuming, but I'm asking.
Yes, I do. I was locked up most of my life. So
Most of your life,
I was
and
institutionalized too because of it.
so most of your life, you say you was locked up, but at the end of the day, when you was incarcerated, it was around the same time you was still homeless, right?
Yeah, I was homeless when I got out a lot.
And I
because,
guarantee you, it had a lot to do with drugs.
I lived with my parents for a while, a long time, but I had my own places a couple times,
Right.
just the once here, my own place for myself, otherwise I lived with other people.
So do you have family here in Abilene?
Yes, I do. They live here, but they're into something else. They
Do
really
they?
don't like
Right,
me
do
because
they?
I was in too much trouble.
Right.
Probably a lot of them with the law. They are.
But then again, it's,
police and stuff.
right. But then again, at the end of the day, it's not really your fault. Like
No.
it's not that you chose to go out and get high and get drunk. You was born
I did choose to do that.
You chose to do it, but at the end of the day, you was born into this.
Yeah, I was. It was one
Your
of those
mom
things
did it.
where I got to start doing it. Was
Your
a little
mom did
young.
it. Your dad did it,
Yeah.
and you was raised around it.
Well, my friends did it and stuff, and I got caught up in the wrong crap.
Right.
That's what happened.
So
to
you
me.
was young when you
Yeah,
started.
it was real bad, and I started getting in trouble in jail and mental institutions and stuff a lot.
Right.
So it wasn't good,
So you got family here in Abilene. So let me ask you this: Do you have somewhere to eat for Thanksgiving?
No, I don't. I used to go to some of the soup lines in San Bernardino in California.
Oh man,
They used to have that where you could go eat, which was good, if you
Right.
didn't have a place.
my son, he was in San Bernardino back in 2008, 2009. His mom got on drugs and gave him up for an adoption, and it kind of hurted me. So I had to fly back and forth from Dallas to San Bernardino, California.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of money, man, trying to fight custody for my son, man. And I honestly got him, and man, I got 6 sons, man. But I got my son during that time. It was back in 2008, 2009. I was fighting for custody because she gave him up because of drugs, and she chose the streets.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this.
I was having trouble the last place where I was renting.
Right.
So it's probably better to go back up there rather than go through all that
Do
stuff.
you hold signs? See, it's still recording. Do you hold
trouble,
Right. Do you hold signs and ask people for money
No,
or to
I
help?
don't do any of that.
You gave up on it?
You'll get in trouble for that.
You get in trouble for that.
Yeah,
Why?
So,
It's against the law?
it's against the law. Yeah,
Is
if
that-
you ask for stuff.
Is it really against the law, or is that what they're telling y'all?
It really is against the law if you ask people for stuff. It's not good to do that. You'll
But
get
in the
panhandling,
Bible, so we don't believe in the Bible
You'll
anymore,
get,
or
put in jail.
so a lot of people don't believe in the Bible.
It's not good to ask people if they give you something you can have it.
Right. I believe in the
If you
Bible.
ask for it, it starts bothering people,
Right.
and then they maybe ruins their business or something wrong.
Yeah. So it's all
People-
about money,
people
right?
Don't like cops,
So I believe in
Not good to do.
Right, I believe in the Bible, and I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe in God, as our Savior. And in the Bible, it talks about a whole lot about loving thy neighbor, love our neighbor like our own, right?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel sometimes when you're out here in the cold, freezing cold, below freezing temperatures, especially in the wintertime, and you got all these Bentleys riding past you, you got all these nice fancy cars riding past you, but they're just keep going because in their mind they really believe that it's your fault. How do you feel about
Believe it or
that?
not, some of those people were probably like that too at one time. They finally got a job and made it. They were lucky.
Well, a lot of people. Well, okay,
They
I'm not just specifically talking about the rich people, but a lot of rich people is born into being rich. Just like
some of them are.
Just like a lot of alcoholics are born.
They don't appreciate it. And they
right.
end up out in the street. They'd rather go through that.
Just like a lot of alcoholics are born into being alcoholic. A lot of drug addicts are born into being drug addicts. And at the end of the day,
anybody.
And at the end of the day, we don't supposed to blame other people's fault. In the Bible, God forgive us. He's a forgiving God. And He died for our sins. So we're not supposed to sit here and point them out and pick them out and say it's their fault, it's his fault, it's their fault, it's his fault, it's her fault. It's not right, because at the end of the day, God say love all. God say love thy neighbor.
If they don't
accept them, right?
So far mentally messed up, then it's not their fault. They need somebody to help them.
Right.
Or they won't make it.
Right. So a lot of times I ride past the homeless people, man, and I stop, man. I stop. Sometimes I give them my last, man. I give them my last $10. I give them my last $20 because at the end of the day, I have a place to stay and I got a shirt on my back. And that homeless man or that homeless woman don't have a place to stay or don't have a shirt on their back. So I really believe that it's important to give if you don't need. Right.
Yeah, they end up getting killed or something.
Right.
People do that too.
You all right, Bob? You all right, man? Yes, sir.
I'll scare the hell out of you.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's a bag full of produce. I say, oh, maybe not. Maybe somebody else is taking it, get you killed and get some dope or something. A lot of stuff like that happens,
Right. So let me ask you this, Bob. Do you approve me, James Lucero, a citizen of Abilene, Texas? Do you approve of me to raise funds and to come back and to give every penny, every dime to you homeless, to all of my homeless friends? Do you approve of this?
Well, yeah, if you're trying to help people that are like that, it's good if they want help. If they don't, then it's their own fault, you know what I'm saying?
Regardless, if they don't want
and all that,
right, if they don't,
money's going to be spent,
No.
Some of them don't know better.
So what I'm doing is, So what I'm doing is, I'm raising funds to give back to Abilene, Texas, to the homeless and to the people that's in need. I'm raising funds to get all hygiene products, to get clothes, to get coats, to get shoes, to get homeless people a couple nights in motel rooms. This is what I want to do. I really want to raise funds to give back to the homeless and to Abilene, Texas. I really do.
They could get an apartment.
Right. So I don't. Right. You're right.
Probably can't afford it if they're on disability.
But if I can raise the funds to be able to at least get, let's say I met you, right, and I got you cleaned up. I got you cleaned up. I got your hair cut. I got you a nice outfit, and I helped you go find a job, right? Let's say I take $80 to go get you a room for 2 or 3 nights, right?
Yeah.
And I got you cleaned up, and you ready to go to rehab, and you ready to sit down and talk to somebody, and you say, I'm going to change my life, and I'm going to get this job because this man has helped me get me a job, and not only that, he's willing to help me get an apartment, a deposit for an apartment, and to help me get on my feet. Now I can do something. Now I can change my life.
Yes, that does help. I've done that before, and I did have a couple of jobs, but now I'm in so bad a shape from being hurt and stuff, broken bones.
Right. So
I really can't do that much work anymore.
Right. So what I'm asking you, Bob, my wife is waiting on me. I got to get home and feed the kids.
I can still do some stuff that might do some good.
But even if you can't physically work, you can still mentally work.
Yeah.
You can still sit behind
easier stuff.
You can still sit behind a desk and take orders. You can still do
something
things.
that might do some good. That does help.
Right.
You know.
So your background has kept you from getting a place to stay, and it's have kept you also from trying to get a decent job. Am I right?
Yeah.
It has.
I did, but some of the stuff was too hard. You know, my back was broken already.
So let me ask you this: Do you think it's cruel for jobs and realtors and people that own apartments? Do you think it's cruel to the people with criminal records? Do you think that's cruel to not give someone a place to stay or to not to give somebody a job because of their old past?
Depending on if they're going to rip them and put them out of business, that's not good. You know, if they're on drugs or you know.
Well, right, but if that person
business,
has changed their life, though.
Stealing from or something.
But if that person have changed their life.
Yeah, if they change their life, it's good to help them. Yeah.
Right. So I just got one more question.
Stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Then it's worth hiring if they're robbing and killing you.
Right. You're right. But a lot of people change, though.
Yes, a lot of people do.
A lot of people change.
I quit doing the drugs at the booth. That's what's really killing me. You know, and my record, you know, for being in trouble, you know.
Right. So I'm going to ask you one more time, Bob, before I leave, man. My wife is waiting on me.
Okay.
Do you, Bob, approve a guy like me, go by the name of James Lucero in Abilene, Texas? Do you approve of me to raise funds to get all the homeless people in Abilene everything that they need?
Well, yeah, that would be good, yes.
All right,
sound
man.
like you know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People that want help.
And I guarantee you, I gave you a plate.
Stuff,
I guarantee you, I gave you a plate like 2 Thanksgivings ago. You was over by the railroad, and you was up under the train with a lot of more people over there off First Street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe out there, yeah.
Yeah, 2 Thanksgivings ago, I kind of remember you, man, and I gave you a plate.
Yeah, it might have been me, yeah.
Yeah, so you do know I am
a... help me, and it was a good thing they did, or I'd have been dead.
Right. So you do know that I am a good man and that I do give back to Abilene,
yes,
especially when it comes to homeless. Yes, I do have a heart, and I do love y'all, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good to have people like that that do care about people that,
man.
That would do the right stuff, yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That helps. Okay,
God bless you, man.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, you take care.
All right. Hey, I forgot. Would you like a bag of chips?
Yeah, I'll take one of those. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I get paid on the first I come here.
Oh, no, I don't want no money,
I
man.
can always help you, too.
No, I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
As long as I kill you, too. You know,
you need more than me.
Maybe you could use it for, you know, to help other people, too, you know.
That's okay, man. You need it more than I need it. So at the end of the day, I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to push, man, to raise these funds to give back to the homeless people and to the people that's in need here in Abilene, Texas. I promise you.
Okay, well,
and I promise you'll see me again, man.
And if you ever need anything, you know, I do get a check once in a
while.
while.
I'm okay, man.
In case something goes wrong, I could help you too. You know, I'm
okay, but I'm gonna raise these funds to try to get you off these streets.
Maybe we can help you, you know, a little bit too.